E-Chemistry class, Fatima Convent High School, myself, Dipali. Chapter 4, Carbon and its Compounds. In this fifth session of this chapter of Standard 10th, we are going to understand branch, chain and ring structures of carbon. Chains, branches and ring. We know the versatile nature of carbon, that it can form 4 covalent bonds, and because of this it can attach itself to another 1, 2 or 3 carbon atoms. Now if they are attached in a linear fashion or a linear pattern, it is called a chain structure. If it has a sub-branching or a sub-chain coming out from the main chain, it is called branch structure. And if it completes a circular or a hexagonal or a ring starting and ending carbon are same, then it is a ring structure. So in the earlier section, we mentioned that carbon, methane, ethane, propane contains respectively 1, 2 and 3 carbons. Such chain of carbon atoms can contain many more carbon atoms. Name the structure and structure of 6 of these are, as already explained, methane has 1 carbon, ethane has 2 carbons, propane 3 carbons, butane 4, pentane 5 and hexane 6. You can see how they are attached in a straight chain. These are chain structures, just in a linear fashion. But let us take another look at butane. If we take the carbon skeleton with 4 carbon, we can see that 2 different possibilities of skeleton is there. I can have a straight line like this, or it could be 2 carbons attached in this manner, that is 1 to the other and then 2 to the same carbon. So filling the remaining valencies with hydrogen, we get this type of a structure. Now here there is a branching, because we can see that both the structures have same formula but C4H10, but their structures are different. Such compounds with identical molecular formula but different structures are called as structural isomers. In addition to straight and branch structure carbon chains, some compounds have carbon atoms arranged in the form of ring. For example, cyclohexane. The word cyclo itself says it is like a ring or a cycle, where you have C6H12. You can see if you pick up any one carbon labeling as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now here 1 is attached to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. And 5 to 6. But 6 is again attached to 1. So it completes the whole ring. And as there are 6 carbons, we say hexane. Can you draw the electron dot structure of cyclohexane? Straight chain, branch chain and cyclic carbon compounds all may be saturated or unsaturated. For example, benzene. Benzene is C6H6, which is the first organic compound of the cyclic membered ring. Here you have 6 carbon attached in a ring structure, but between each carbon there is a double bond. All these carbon compounds which contain only carbon and hydrogen are called as hydrocarbons. Among these, the saturated hydrocarbons are called alkanes and unsaturated hydrocarbons are called as alkenes, and containing triple bond are called as alkynes, which we already understood with their properties. So this is what we understand by branched, chain and ring structure of carbon compounds, and the naming is done in same way. Now, will you be my friend? Who is asking this question? Carbon. Carbon seems to be a very friendly element. So far we have been looking at compounds containing carbon and hydrogen only. But carbon also forms bond with other elements such as halogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. If a hydrocarbon chain, one or more hydrogen can be replaced by these elements such that the valency of carbon remains satisfied. In such compounds, the element replacing hydrogen is referred to as heteroatom. Here hetero are also presented in some group as in table. So here you can see Cl and Br which are called as halo. So it is chloro and bromo alkane because one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine or bromine group. They are called as substituted hydrogen groups. Same way oxygen, where OH is alcohol, CHO is aldehyde, C double bond O is ketone and C double bond OOH is called as carboxylic group. So these hetero atoms and the group containing these confer specific properties of the compound regardless of the length and nature of the carbon chain, and hence they are called as functional groups. Some important functional groups as mentioned here, where free valency or valency of the group are shown by a single line. The functional group is attached to the carbon chain through this valency by replacing one hydrogen atom or atoms. So this is what we attach to a carbon. Now if you see here, then it is CH2, CH or CH3, CH2, CHCl. Means here we have three basic carbons and we have each valency completed by hydrogen, but here the last valency is replaced by chlorine. So this compound has three carbons, so it is prop, all single bond N, but it has got one H replaced by chlorine, so it is called as chloropropane. This is how we call this as a halogen functional group, and the presence of these functional group gives it a very important property. Same way CHH, if you complete the valencies here, then one hydrogen valency is replaced by OH group, so this becomes ethanol. Because it has two carbons and it is a single bond between the carbons, so AN, and OL stands for the alcohol group as a prefix. So this is called ethanol. So this way these functional groups are attached because carbon is very friendly to it. Now what is a homologous series? Now homologous series when is homo means same or similar and series means a chain. So you have seen that the carbon atom can be linked together to form chain of varying length. These chain can be branched also. In addition, hydrogen atom or other atoms on these carbon chain can be replaced by any of the functional group that we saw above. The presence of a functional group such as alcohol decides the property of carbon compounds regardless of the length and the carbon chain. For example, the chemical property of CH3OH, C2H5OH, C3H7OH and C4H9OH are all very similar. Hence, such a series of compound in which the same functional group substituted by hydrogen is a carbon chain is called as homologous series. So you can see here in the homologous series seen below, your CH4 C2H6, the difference between the two is of CH2 unit. Same way C2H6 and CH3OH, the difference is CH2 again. What is the difference between next pair? Obviously it will be CH2. So the difference goes on increasing. Now can you find out difference in the molecular mass between these two pairs of atoms? Yes, similarly take homologous series of alkenes. The first member of the series is ethene, which we have already come across in section 4.2.1. What is the formula of ethene? We know it is C double bond C, H, H, H and H. Now, the succeeding one will have still a difference of CH2, that is C3H5, C4H8 and C5H10. So this difference, you can see that any relation between the number of carbons and hydrogen in these compounds, the general formula of alkene is given as CnH2n, where n is 2, 3, 4. Can you similarly generate the formula of alkanes and alkynes? Yes, we have already done that. The CnH2n plus 2 and CnH2n minus 2. So, as the molecular formula mass increases in any halogen series, the gradation in physical properties is seen. This is because the melting and boiling point increases with increasing molecular mass. Other physical properties such as solubility in a particular solvent also shows a similar gradation. But the chemical properties which are determined solely by functional group remain similar in the homologous series. So you can see this is how we call it as a homologous series, where there is a difference of equal number of carbon and hydrogen units between the succeeding and the preceding members of a given series, whether it is alkane, alkene or alkyne. Next session we will be understanding nomenclature of carbon compounds. Thank you.